I'm Jayla Daniels. Today on Lincoln Now, baseball, Halloween, and an act of kindness. Find Lincoln Now on Instagram.
Live from Gahanna, WGLH-TV presents Lincoln Live with Brooke Thomas and Aubrey Tomsick.
Today, individuality, how some students take pride in standing out from the crowd.
The presidential election is just 20 days away. What our voting seniors should do to prepare.
And a check-in with some clubs that may spark your interest.
You're watching Lincoln Live.
Good morning, Lincoln. I'm Brooke Thomas.
And I'm Aubrey Tomsick.
It's hard to believe that the end of the grading period is coming up on Friday.
I know. With the deadline approaching, students are working hard to get those last few assignments done before report cards come out.
But luckily, with all of this stress, students can look forward to a 4-day weekend.
Here's Assistant Principal Banks with a few reminders for all of you.
Just want to remind you that this Friday is the last day of the first 9 weeks, so make sure you're getting all those assignments in, touch base with your teachers, making sure everything's squared away before Friday. When we get back next week, there is no school for students on Monday the 21st or Tuesday the 22nd. And when we come back on Wednesday the 23rd, it will be an 8-period day. So not a block day, it'll be periods 1 through 8 on Wednesday. All right, guys, finish strong.
Thanks, Mr. Banks.
Here at Lincoln, individuality and diversity are welcome, even if students don't choose to display it.
But there are still plenty of students who find ways to express themselves. One way being through personal fashion.
Whether it be through shoes, clothes, jewelry, or hair, students at Gahanna dress to impress.
And our Ava Fabrizio took a closer look. Watch this.
For senior Evie Forsyth, every day is a fashion show, along with many other students at Lincoln High School. But behind the gutsy decision to express yourself through clothing is a process of coming to terms with being different.
When I was like a freshman, I cared so much what other people thought of me. I wanted to not make a fool out of myself. I didn't really care if I was the prettiest, I didn't care if I was the funniest. I only cared that I wasn't stupid. And that's where you go wrong. So if you think something's cool, girl, wear it.
While wearing what you want comes at the cost of standing out, it's important to remember that support and encouragement are often closer than you think.
Anytime you take the risk of deciding what you're going to wear, if it's outside the maybe what's considered the traditional box, there is that opportunity where maybe some of your peers may not like it, but honestly what it comes down to is what you love and how you feel in the different styles that you choose.
Expressing yourself through personal fashion is one that not many students choose to make. The reason becomes clear when students are asked if they face judgment from their peers.
Yes, they do. People do like talk down on my outfits and just like me, but like personally, I don't care because like why would I care, you know?
I've been told that I look judgmental or I look insane, but I don't think people should be afraid to express themselves because again, people aren't going to think about it all day. People aren't going to talk about how crazy your outfit was. Like, that's crazy and no one's going to do that, and you should be you because it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks.
From bold statements to subtle expressions, fashion on campus is a vibrant reflection of the student experience that is welcomed by faculty.
At the end of the day, it's always going to come back to, do you feel good about it? And if you feel good about it, then 4 plus 4 means you 8.
Dress how you feel.
Did I get it in there?
This is Ava Fabrizio for Lincoln Live.
Thanks. If you're looking for a fun way to get involved after school, Art Club is welcome to everyone. Art Club is a great way to express creativity while working with others. They meet every Thursday after school until 4:30 in room L101. Here's Evelyn Chandler to tell you more.
Well, we do just about a little bit of anything you really want, but we're in this room and typically it's just painting, drawing, watercolor is also really fun. You can also bring in your own projects or start new ones here.
Thanks, Evelyn. Speaking of clubs here in the high school, if you're taking a French class or are interested in learning more about French in general, then French Club is the place for you. We talked to sophomore Paige Hochstetler for more information.
So our first French Club meeting is October 24th, and we are going to be learning French vocab, like Halloween vocab, and we're going to do Halloween games, Halloween crafts.
Thanks. Fall sports are coming to an end. Leaves are falling, the air is getting cooler, the grass is turning brown, which means it's time for winter sports. If you're looking for a team to join or looking for something new to try and want to get off the couch, then our Cole Farbizo has an idea for you.
Are you looking for a new sport to try in the winter? If so, I have just the sport for you, swimming and diving. If you are looking for a sport that requires no cuts and has a great team environment, doesn't that sound hype? If that sounds fun, then you might want to consider joining. Also, if you need that last gym credit, I would definitely consider trying it. Tonight is the information meeting where we talk about apparel, how to join the team, and even meet the team. Hope to see you there.
This past weekend, the marching band had a very special opportunity down at the SHU.
Isaiah Banks joins us now to share more details about this experience.
Good morning, Isaiah. I know you also participated in this event. How was it?
Good morning, guys. It was great. Last Saturday, the marching band played in the 2024 Buckeye Invitational at Ohio Stadium. Throughout the day, over 40 high school bands performed, and at the end of the night, the band got to watch and hear the Ohio State marching band play their halftime show and watch them spell out Script Ohio. This was definitely an experience to remember.
It was really cool to be in the Horseshoe for the Buckeye Invitational, and it was really cool to play there. It was kind of challenging because the college football lines aren't the same as the high school football field, and the way they have the hash marks are different than they do at Gahanna. So it was a challenge to get used to that. But I think everyone did really well, and it was really fun to spend the time with my friends and also watch other bands to see how they worked and how they are similar and different to how we are.
The presidential election is less than 3 weeks away, and on November 5th, voters will be also voting in local elections and state issues, so each vote counts. And some Lincoln students who are 18 and registered to vote will be casting ballots for the first time. Our Taylor Braun has a story highlighting the importance of voting, especially for young voters, and how all of you can participate in the voting process even if you're under 18. Here's Taylor.
Every vote counts. In a democracy, the power to shape the future lies in the hands of its citizens. Voting is not just a right, but a responsibility.
Voting is super important because it is the way that you get to use your voice to make whatever type of change you want to see. Get involved, go vote, because I think a lot of young people see what's happening in the media and immediately get turned off by it because they feel like their vote doesn't count, or they feel like what's being focused on is not reflective of what they value. But the reality is, it takes one vote to beat your opponent. So you could be that one vote. If you want to see the change, that's the way you do it. You have to get out and vote in order for that to happen.
In a world filled with distraction, it's easy for young voices to feel unheard. Yet, voting is the ultimate expression of your opinion.
Even though our country works by the Electoral College, which means that sometimes our state isn't going to vote the way we want, Ohio still is a leading state. We've had a history of being each way. So if enough of us went out and went and vote, then we could make a difference. Maybe not on the Electoral College scale, but over time, we could be seeing that change throughout history.
It is important for any voter, especially first-time voters, to do research with the issues at hand and the stances that these candidates take with the topics that matter to you most.
I think it's important for young voters to be educated when they go out to vote, because it is really important that you know what policies you're voting for, if they're going to be for or against things that you personally believe in. We will be the future generation running this country. It's important that we know what we are going into.
First, I would recommend making sure you know what's going to be on the ballot. I would say go directly to those candidates' websites, their social media, again, looking to see if the types of things that they post or that they put out about themselves align with what you want to see. Asking people who you trust, adults who have voted before, who you feel like do have similar values as you, how they vote, because I think especially in the last few years, talking politics has become taboo, but it's really important to be able to have those types of conversations.
If you have turned 18 before November 5th, it is your time to shine. Voting is a right. Do your research and get out there and vote. This is Taylor Braun for Lincoln Live.
Thanks, Taylor. And once again, make sure to cast your vote however you're able to, whether it be in person or with an absentee ballot. That's all the news I have for you today. Sending it back to A and B to C, more at the news desk.
Thanks, Isaiah. As always, make sure to check Lincoln Online, an extension of what we do here in the studio. It's always up and running.
The poll this week is, what is your favorite season? It's definitely a hard choice, but I think I'm going to vote for fall.
I have to agree with that. You can't go wrong with autumn. Well, Lincoln, we've reached the end of our show.
But before we go, here's some video of the band's performance from the Buckeye Invitational.
They even got to hear from Tabiddle, the best damn band in the land. Bye!